Hello, my name is Dr. Keisha Ashley, and I'd like to thank you for spending just a few moments with me today as I interview one of my very good friends and business partners, Mr. Mike Sims. He is the CEO and he is the founder of Mike Sims Worldwide. Mr. Sims, thank you so much for spending some time with me today.
Always good.
Good, awesome. Well, I want to take a few moments to talk to you today about roadblocks to success in business. It's obvious that you have experienced such a great deal of success, i.e. Mike Sims Worldwide, which encompasses so much as far as business is concerned. So can you just share with us today a little bit about some of the roadblocks that you've had to experience?
How many of them do you want me to share? It's so many things that that could have derailed me as far as on my journey to success, so to speak. And let me be clear as well, I'm still on that journey. I think as soon as you start to coast or get comfortable, you can't coast uphill. You can only coast downhill. And so I'm still on that journey. But one of the first things that I had to overcome in my journey, so to speak, is when I told everyone that I was getting started in my own entrepreneurship endeavors. That probably was one of the worst things I could ever do, is tell everyone else around me, my closest friends and family, that I was going to become an entrepreneur. I was going to quit my regular job and go full time into the unknown. And in the book Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill talks about one of the main things that derails people is listening to your close friends, your relatives, and people or coworkers or people that are around you. And as I shared with them my idea, as I shared with them my passion in doing something out of the norm, majority of them, a lot of them, thought I was crazy. Some of them didn't say it, they just kind of looked at me like I was crazy. So that almost derailed me. It almost derailed me because you get so excited about something, and the people that are closest to you are the ones that don't see that excitement. And a lot of times, or as I found in business, a lot of people are derailed because other people around them don't share their vision. They just don't share it. And that's okay. That's okay. But I didn't let it derail me. It was so funny, Dr. Ashley, that when I worked in college, I worked at UPS. It was a tough job. I put in a lot of hours, sometimes overtime hours, working at that job. It was tough, hard work. I went in very early in the morning, got off early in the morning. So it was one of those jobs that you're supposed to be asleep and you're working the job. But when I was putting those hours in at that job, people just looked at it like, oh, he's working hard. He's doing a good job. He's doing what he's supposed to do.
Right.
And then when I had my next job was in finance, I had a quote unquote good job, good salary out of college, and I was working 10, 12 hours a day though. And people didn't see that, but when they did see it, they were saying, oh, he just really loves what he's doing. He's passionate about what he's doing. He's working hard for the company. He's got a good job. They were excited because I had a quote unquote good job and I was putting all those hours into my employer. But as soon as I became an entrepreneur, there were people that said, oh, he's working hard. Now I wasn't working hard anymore for my employer. Now I'm chasing money.
Wow.
Because I'm putting effort, my energy, my resources into something other than the norm that people don't understand. And so if you listen to those type of things, it can derail people because most people, and there's nothing wrong with it, but most people don't have that entrepreneur mindset. Or some people have the entrepreneur mindset, but they don't have the mental fortitude to go ahead and pursue their hopes, dreams, and goals. They just don't do it. So you just got to watch out for those type of things.
Wow, that is a lot of information. When it comes to family and friends, you would really think that family and friends would be the ones that support you. So how did you overcome that?
Well, you would think that. And don't get me wrong, it's not that they didn't support, they just didn't understand. But I did have some people that were close to me who told me, don't do it. Don't go for it. Are you crazy? Well, walking away from your job to go full time into the quote unquote unknown. To me, my mindset was a little different. The unknown was my job. I didn't know if I was going to have a job 10 years from now, 15 years from now, whatever. I just didn't see anyone staying in a job that long, and our current or how the economy is today. Back in 2000, when I became an entrepreneur, I didn't see anybody who had the type of outcomes that I was looking for that worked a regular job. Again, nothing wrong with a job; it just didn't fit what I was looking for, my goals. And so, yes, some of the people that were closest to me told me, some of them said, you lost your mind? You going to this and this, and you walking away from your quote unquote good job. They just didn't understand I was not looking for a job. I was looking for an opportunity. Huge difference between a job and an opportunity. And of course, I decided to pursue opportunities, and the rest is the present.
So how are they feeling about you and treating you now that you have experienced so much success?
Well, happy to say most of them are happy for me. Especially, my parents, they never told me that, not to do it. They just questioned some of my decisions on whether to pursue entrepreneurship and walk away from that quote unquote good job. But now they realize that I was just going after some of the things that I was passionate about, looking or going after the outcomes that I wanted. And now my dad tells me all the time, we're happy that you didn't listen to us. You didn't let us derail your hopes and dreams. And here's the thing, what most people have to understand is, because some people get upset when people don't listen to them, or when people don't understand what you're doing, or people question it. I didn't get upset. I let it motivate me. I let it motivate me, especially for the people who thought I was crazy. I let them drive me and motivate me to go out and pursue my goals and dreams. One of my mentors used to say, the greatest revenge is massive success. Wow. And so I let the naysayers, I let them drive me, I let them motivate me, I let them push me to become more. And here's another thing. Here's another thing I found. When I became an entrepreneur, people always started to ask me, well, how well is your business going?
Right.
How well is business going? How well? They never asked me how my job was going. They never asked me. And so even when my business wasn't going good, the answer was always, it's incredible. Wow. They didn't understand they didn't know in detail what incredible was. If they had really known, they thought, well, it's incredible that I'm not making any money. It's incredible that things are going slow right now. But to them, it was always incredible because I knew where I was going. And I also said that word over and over and over again to make sure that I stayed refreshed, that I stayed positive myself, and understood that I had something to accomplish. And I was not going to let any naysayer be right. Wow. And to me, in business, no is not an option. Being successful is not an option. I have a make it happen attitude. And that's one of the things that helped me overcome, or one of the things that got me excited, or kept me excited in business, when people thought that I was crazy.
Okay, so once you got past family and friends, the naysayers, and you decided, hey, I'm going for this, I'm going to do this regardless, got past all of that, what are some of the other roadblocks that you experienced, and how have you overcome them?
Well, most of my main roadblocks in business all came from me. Things that were self-imposed, so to speak, obstacles that I created. One of the main things I had to do is to stop procrastinating. It's so easy to procrastinate. People, I believe, are natural procrastinators. I remember in school, if the paper was due on the last day of the month, I was the person on the 29th of the month, 30th of the month, cramming, staying up all night, pulling an all-nighter, trying to get that paper done. Well, in business, I learned very, very quickly, things did not work that way. It was not on my own terms. I had to set clear, defined goals to prevent me from procrastinating and to help me stay focused. And I set daily goals. Most people, when they do goal setting, they set a monthly goal or yearly goal or 5-year goal. What do you want to see yourself in the next 5 years? That doesn't work for a procrastinator like me. I have to set a daily goal. What do I want to accomplish today? What do I want to accomplish this week? And if I meet my daily goal, then I accomplish my weekly goal. And if I accomplish my weekly goal, that leads to accomplishing my monthly goal. And if I accomplish that, the 1-year goals fall into place, the 5-year goals fall into place. And so, I really had to learn the power of goal setting, scheduling things to help me overcome one of my major obstacles. And I still work on it today, procrastinating. Because even now that I have a daily goal, you still got to get up and start on that daily goal. And so procrastination is something I still work on to this day, but I've helped myself, so to speak, by making sure I write things down and schedule it to happen.
As I'm sitting here listening to you, one of the main things that jumped out at me was, your papers waiting to the last day of the month. Being an educator, that just blows my mind, how people wait till the last day of the month.
Right.
But now with a business mindset, you realize that's not something that you're going to be able to do to be successful. So that is very, very commendable. But one other thing I was thinking about is organization. With all of the business ventures that you have going on, how hard is it or easy is it for you to be organized, and have you had any challenges in that area?
Absolutely, absolutely. I am the most unorganized CEO probably on the planet. But again, how I compensate for my disorganization is making sure I have a good organization around me, an organization of good people who can help me compensate for areas where I am weak. I have people that help me daily, keep me on task. I have people that serve as reminders or give me reminders on a daily basis of what I need to do. Another thing that helped me as far as organization is concerned is when I learned delegation. CEO, yes, you're a chief executive officer, but that doesn't mean you have to do everything. You have to delegate some things. And so it's important to put people around you that you can trust, people that you can rely on, people that have the same type of integrity that you do. So that's been very, very important in helping me stay organized or get more organized. And of course, you can't build a business based on disorganization. You just can't. You can't build an organization that's not organized, if that makes sense. And so having the right people around me has helped me so much. I'm not a big planner person. A lot of people, they put stuff in the BlackBerry or the iPad or iPhone, whatever it is. That's never worked out for me. I have to write things down the old school way on paper, in my pad, my daily planner, and then I let other people know what my daily plan should be, and they help make sure I stay on task. So having a lot of good people around me is the key. You can't do it all by yourself. I can't. One of my biggest weaknesses, I would say, is organization. But it's also now, I think, it turned into a strength because of the organization that's around me.
That's good. So one thing that you touched on was trust and being able to trust the people that are around you. Have you ever struggled in that area? And if so, how did you get past that in order to get that key organization around you to help you get to the next level?
Well, I think it's a control thing because sometimes we've all heard the statement, if it is to be, it's up to me. Well, when you're building a big business, it can't always be up to you. Yes, you want to have your hands on everything or know what's happening or understand all the roles or parts of your business. But you can't have total 100% control over all of it and sleep at night. You won't have any type of free time or personal life, and you run yourself to death. And so, yes, it was hard for me initially to let go of some things and to learn to trust other people. But as you build those relationships over time, it becomes easier and easier to trust the people that are around you because they start to understand, they start to understand me, my personality. And so they don't even expect me to do things that they know that I won't be able to accomplish because of my personality, flaws, weaknesses, whatever it is. And so, it's something I've had to work on, still work on to this day. But again, I have great people around me that helped me build a big business.
Awesome. So what do you really look for with those people, having key people around you to help you? Because, of course, if it's an obstacle for you or if it's something that you have to overcome, then, of course, other people in the organization are affected by that as well. So what qualities do you look for?
Well, I look for people that have qualities that I have, but also qualities that I don't have. So we make a complete team. That's the power of a team, is everybody has strengths, everybody has weaknesses. On a football team, a linebacker is not the quarterback for a reason. Yeah, he probably can't throw as good as a quarterback, so a quarterback is the quarterback. He's responsible for handing the ball off, throwing the football, whatever. That's his role. A quarterback is probably not as good as a tackler as a linebacker would be. And so same thing in business. If I know what my strengths are, I also understand what my weaknesses are. And so when looking to assemble a team, I look for people who are more organized than me. I look for people who have more discipline in certain areas than I do. I look for people that also have vision that like I have as well, so we all can share our collective visions together. I look for people who are not afraid to voice their opinion, because you don't want an organization of people that are just yes men and yes ma'ams. You want an organization of people who can say, hey, this is not right. We need to go in another direction. This doesn't look good. Maybe we should try something else. You want an organization of people who are not afraid to voice their opinion as well. So important in building a big organization. And so I always look for people to have these qualities: integrity, good character, charisma. Being around charismatic people is more fun than being around people who don't have charisma. So those are just some of the things I look for.
Let me ask you this. So with everything that you've dealt with as far as adversity is concerned, all your roadblocks, I'm sure that there were times when you wanted to quit, where you wanted to give up. So what happened, I guess, or what things occurred in your life to make you know I can't quit, or what motivated you to keep going regardless?
Having a serious why. When I got started in business, my first why was a selfish reason, because I was dissatisfied with my current situation. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired of being check to check, barely making it, complaining about things. I had to stop editing my reality. If you see a movie, you see the finished product. The director and producer, they've already edited out all the bad parts to that movie. But that's what I was doing with my life. That's what a lot of people do with their life. The things that were not right, I was just editing it and saying, hey, this person is the same place I am, so it's okay. Or this person is doing this, this, and this, so it's fine. I had to stop editing my reality. Reality was I was not in a good position financially. That was the reality. I had to stop editing it. And so as that motivated me first to get myself out of the situation. And as far as people looking to build certain types of businesses, say a network marketing business as well, I think your first reasons why should be selfish, because you can't help somebody else out of the ditch if you're still in it yourself. And so that was important. And then, of course, there were things I wanted to do for my family that were so important to me. Being able to do things for my parents, and my parents, they provided a fantastic lifestyle for me as a kid. I had everything that I needed in life, majority of the things that I wanted. And so I wanted to be in a position to be able to do those same things for my parents as well. When I get ready to start a family, I want to be in a position to be able to do things with my wife and kids that some people may be challenges because of financial constraints. And so those are things that motivated me in the beginning and continue to motivate me. And when your why burns deep in your belly, burns deep inside, then you see things as speed bumps, not roadblocks. Yes, there were obstacles. There's still obstacles. A lot of times people look at people that are, quote unquote successful and think every day is a good day. That's not the case. There are roadblocks there are speed bumps that come up all the time. There's speed bumps that arise almost on the hour. But you treat those things as speed bumps. Yes, sometimes you have to slow down, analyze them, take a look at them, but then you roll over it, you overcome that obstacle, and then you back up to speed. And you're waiting on the next speed bump, because it's coming. It's coming. In life, you're either in a problem, you're just coming out of a problem, or one is on the way. And so that's just the way it is in business. And so you just have to keep your mind right. But having a strong why is so important. It was so important to me. And so, being focused on the people who were important to me was so important. And now my why is not only my family, my why is the people that are around me. There are some people in one of my businesses, actually all my businesses, that have entrusted me. They trust me to guide the business in the right direction. So they're trusting me with their hopes, their dreams, their future as well. And so now I take on all their whys, so to speak. The things they want to accomplish, I want to help them accomplish them. And so I want to make sure that I stay focused because I know I have other people relying on me as well.
Well, we thank you so much for this time. I thank you personally for this time, and as I've said many times before, for your mentorship. This has been a great conversation, and I look forward to speaking to you really soon.
All right,
Thank
well,
you
it's
so
always a
much.
pleasure, privilege as well, and congratulations on all your success.
Thank you so much.
All right.